Hello, soul family. How is everybody today? So I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of comments about the solar flashes and the energies coming in. And honestly, we've been having these solar flashes for a long time, and they've been increasing in intensity and frequency. And months back, I asked my higher self, is the better of the two options, and this kind of came through on EA's Galactic Federation of Light Council meeting. She remote viewed the same kind of scenario, and it was basically the better of the two options for the great solar flash is to have it come in waves that are more frequent and more strong with each wave. And then there's a gradual but purposeful progression instead of the snap and everything's different that we've heard about. That is kind of like the plan B from the universe, from the galactic. That there's certainly things that are beyond anyone's control, but we as high frequency beings have power that we generate. So we have a field of power, of energy. Mine is about the size of a football field in all around me. So people that are in my energy field, whether they know me or not, feel the energy, the positive energy. It does have an effect on people. So we also have today, in this now moment, more high energy beings, light beings, than we've ever had. And so you take my energy field, multiply that by all the light beings around planet Earth, and we are creating energy. We are increasing the vibration. We are holding it steady and calling in the solar flashes. So there's a mantra that we do frequently in my Telegram group, and it never fails that when we do this, there's big spikes. And I know that there's other groups that do like group meditation and that kind of thing. And I always ask Mother Sophia, like, what is in the highest and best good of our collective for calling in the solar flash? And I keep getting individual mantras are more effective and more powerful and safer than group meditation practices. And that is because group meditation, you're literally joining your energy field with a lot of other people at the same time, and you don't really know who all is involved with that. Okay. So part of being a high energy being in this learning phase that we've all been through, it's very steep learning curve, is knowing how to protect your energy field. Yes, once we are fully healed and activated and we have a free flow of energy and we are in communion with divine source creator and Mother Gaia, and there is this pillar of light, we stand out like a beacon of light. Okay. And so that tends to attract other light beings, but it also can attract people that can't produce their own energy, which are the dark side. Now, the last couple of days, I've been getting a lot of energy upgrades. And yesterday was a day where I just really felt, first thing in the morning when I woke up, was that I'm recalibrating. That's how I felt. I felt like I had gone through a lot of stuff, and I leveled up. I came to a different level of understanding. So I'll just share some of these things with you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know how it goes. But these things are things that I've confirmed with my higher self. I've had other light beings confirm for me. So the dark, like if I get an encounter and I want to know if that person is a light being, based on the vibe, I normally get a good indication. But sometimes I get that they're dark. And when I first started down this path, like that was the only question that we asked. Are they lighter? Are they of the light? Or are they not? Are they dark? We didn't go any further. And so that evolved into if they are of the light, are they in alignment with divine source creator's mission? Which I am, and our crew is. And so people that come to see us, come to visit us, like in Telegram or the video on YouTube, Rumble, whatever, are typically drawn to us by our frequency. And they're typically of the same frequency and are of the light. Very, very rarely, though, it does happen. There are people that are coming for nefarious purposes. We normally screen them by asking our higher self those questions. Are they of the light? Are they in alignment with divine source creator's mission? If those are yes, are they a starseed? Yes. Are they on Starship Baba? Yes or no? Are they on Starship New Jerusalem? Yes or no? Are they on Delphinus's crew? Because I embody Lord Delphinus. I also have two crews, one on Starship Baba and one on New Jerusalem. Both of them are 144 souls. So those earthly experiences, souls, my part of my mission is to find them and to allow them to find me and come in and us collaborate and heal from earthly trauma and fully activate so that they can start to possess their downloads and realize their purpose and their mission and all the things, right? So we have to have some fail safes. So we can't just let everybody in. So that has evolved now to, I mean, everyone has a moment where they have doubts, right? They are questioning what's happening or questioning whether it's a question in your faith. I hate to say that, but you're questioning, right? You're not always 100% positive that things that are happening the way that they're supposed to be happening, right? I mean, we're human at the end of the day. So there are times where I will flip dark because I'm going through something, and then I come back to the light. And it's not that I ever really leave. So my heart stays pure, intended, of the light. I'm just emotions, shadow work, whatever it is that you're going through, you kind of dip down in those lower vibrations and you can flip out where someone could say, in that specific moment, is Nicole of the light? They may get no. They may get no, but I'm not. But as I go through what I'm going through, then I pop back in, but my heart always stays pure and of the light. And so that's something that we've learned going through this. And there's been people that have been in our group that have been in, and it's a learning process. And I never have I ever said I know it all. And there's really not a playbook to ascension guide and coaching. Like you learn by trial and error. And I do a lot of studying and I do a lot of research. And I do the best I can, but I have evolved and I do have a change in some of the things, and that's one of the biggest changes. And so this is like a public apology to anybody that's been in our group and you got a message from me like, hey, you're dark. You need to work to get back into the light. I apologize. You were probably doing all the right things. I just checked, had a sense that someone wasn't on the light and acted to protect the greater good, my other members of the crew. And so this is my official apology to you, put on a public forum, that you were probably going through similar things that we've all had to go through, and we just checked in that now moment. And if you're made it through the other side and you're back in full alignment with Source Creator in the mission, on task, of the light, we welcome you back. We've all learned. If you don't want to be a part of this, that's fine. Believe it or not, there's several crew members that are still on the ship. They still we're together in that realm, in that dimension, but they're not uh, um, in communication with us here on the earthly plane. And it's for different reasons. It's not just for this reason, but some of them it was for this reason, that they were dark and in a knee jerk reaction, but one that at the time I thought was prudent. Um, they were removed from the group, and I had asked them all directly to work on themselves and then welcome them back, but none of them have really come back. Only one. Anyway, so as we go through that, and we evolve, and so now I feel like it's definitely not the right course of action to just write people off to say that they're dark, because people can always be given salvation and they can always be forgiven. And that is Christ consciousness. And that is the lessons that we learn through Prime Source Creator, Mother Sophia. None of us are ever a lost cause. And so who was I to do that, to make someone feel that I was doing that? So they were going through something. They needed some time. And now I've checked. I go back and check on all the crew members, and multiple people have too. And I'm getting that everybody's, good in alignment and work their stuff out. Which brings me back to the solar flashes. So you can go back and look at my prior videos. I've always said the people who are actively trying to attain ascension are pretty aware of the solar flashes. But there are other people that are like oblivious. And they also get the benefit, right? It's not selective. You have crystalline DNA that needs to be activated, and the solar CMEs activated. Your DNA gets activated, your frequency increases, blockages get cleared, energy gets processed through your being. And people who had no intention, no knowledge, no idea what ascension journeys were about have still been benefiting from these solar flashes. And I really feel like there's a huge bolus of light beings now because of these steady, sequential, ever increasing solar flashes. It's doing exactly what it's meant to do. It's just not doing it in a snap. It's a little bit more gradual, but we're still feeling it. That being said, normally I don't feel a lot of ascension symptoms anymore, but man, I have been feeling it this last, I don't know, 6-7 days. Last night, when the constant barrage of white light was coming in, I put my head on the pillow about 1 a.m. and I went through a meditation, and I thought that would surely kind of usher in sleep. And at 3:30, I was wide awake still. I had not had 1 ounce of fatigue. None. I was so energetic. But it was 3:30 in the morning. My dogs were like, "Why are you up? Is it time to eat? Do we need to go outside? Like, what's going on?" Anyway, I know a lot of people are dealing with a lot of ascension symptoms, and that is why. The the solar flares coming in, the energy coming in, it's going to give you ear ringing, headache, fatigue, backache. Um, you may do some purging. This is what you're hearing in my head. Um, yeah, you're getting upgraded. It's all a good thing. If the symptoms ever get to be too much for you to bear, you can always say out loud to your higher self, my higher self, can you please ease my ascension symptoms with mercy and grace? And volume should kind of turn down a little bit. It's exciting. We've always said there's so much more going on than government, politics, finances. Like it's a It's everything, right? It's everything. So if you go into all those little subcategories, all of them seem to be coming to a pinnacle. And I think all those pinnacles are coming together to that huge precipice right before we flip to a new world, 5D light world from the old dark 3D heavy dense world. That is what I think. Some of this stuff I have definitely, asked Mother Sophia, and I definitely get confirmation to it, so it's great. So whenever I get information like that, obviously I get super excited. I want to share it. So big things to remember when you're feeling the ascension symptoms and it's get really heavy, you can breathe through that, you can meditate, you can ground. You do not need to be physically on the ground, but that's the best way to ground. You can YouTube different ways to ground if you live on the 27th floor or whatever the case may be. Spiritual cleansing. So there's the best way to go about the spiritual cleansing is you want to clean your physical space. So clean where you are. Dust, declutter, throw out things. Don't hoard stuff. Once your physical space is clean, you want to do an energy clearing and healing and sage the area. And then you want to invoke Mother Gaia's grounding cord that will energetically power your shielding of your energetic field. And you want to envision a shunting cord where you can send all the toxic negative energies down to that shunting cord, and Mother Gaia can transmute that to love and light. Now you can word that however you want. It's not a very long thing. You can do this in a matter of 3 to 5 minutes every morning. You power it for 24 hours. But it's just a good way to spiritually cleanse and protect your energy field while it's so electromagnetic right now. Whether you're in a starseed situation or you're just a human body dealing with ascension, there are healings and clearings that can be done to help you. If you're interested in any of that, drop me a message here with this video. I'll be happy to get in touch with you and let you know what can be done and what benefits can come of that and how easy it is to actually work through the energy flow and everything. If you feel inspired to help Mother Gaia heal, this is a big energy influx for her as well. I continue to program crystals. And so you want to get a natural quartz crystal, whatever color shade that you would like, one that speaks to you. Clear it of any negative energy. Put the energy you want in it, whether it's healing, love, compassion, empathy, kindness, appreciation, gratitude, whatever it may be. And then ask your higher self, is this the best place to give Mother Gaia this healing crystal? Yes or no? And you may get led to a place right outside your back door. You may get led to a church down the street. You may get led to an open field and you have no idea what's there, but that's where you get led. Just plant it in the ground, give thanks, always be gracious, because Mother Gaia's energy and what we ask her to do is enormous. And her willingness to help us has never failed. And right now she's doing all that while birthing a new planet. So she is quite remarkable. And that's the least we can do is give her some gratitude back, I think. I have my Moonology cards, and I just tend to always have a deck of cards in my hand, and it kind of helps me not click and tap and do other things that I tend to do with my hands when I'm talking, because I'm Southern and we don't just talk with our mouths. Um, anyway, I asked permission from my higher self in this now moment for the greater good of the collective if it was okay to do a card pull during this video, and I got yes. I was guided to use moonology since we just had a full moon and we have so much energy. Sorry, I hit the record button. So much energy that's coming in, and it's so much astrology happening. So, yeah, I just wanted to see what cards we get with this energy. Okay. Nothing jumped out at me this time, so I'm just going to do a cut. The energy is gaining momentum. They're always hard to see. Just gaining momentum. The waxing moon. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. I'm an Aries. I get this card a lot. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. And new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. I have to laugh at that because I am a divine soulmate. My soulmate, Billy, passed away in 1994. He is on Starship Baba. He's a crew member there. He's been there watching over me the whole time. So I always laugh about it. But I will tell you this, that soon I should be in Costa Rica in physical form. And part of our mission projects there should lead to people that have crossed over being able to come back to this dimension and live in the 5D in their 30-year-old human body. And so that might be what that means for me. But this is also a collective card pull. And I have to say that this goes towards all of our twin flame unions and divine soul mission or divine soulmate unions that are in process of reuniting. The hard work is paying off. We have all been putting in lots of hard work to bring forth ascension with as much knowledge and wisdom as we can invoke in this time. Since we were born with amnesia, we had to start over from scratch and then start downloading our messages, right? Well, that's not an easy thing to do. A lot of people get their soul influence walk-ins. Like my main soul influence is Lord Delphinus. But people have Poseidon, Zeus, Hercules, Mother Sophia, Mother Mary, Magdalene. Their energies are quite phenomenal, as you can imagine. Well, some people, in their human earthly existence, they have a hard time accepting that energy flow, and some people have like nervous breakdowns. So it takes a lot of work. And it's not just like oh yeah, I'm going to go into this human being and they're going to be able to do all the things that need to be done without any hiccup, without any fail. That's not exactly how it works, because we have free will choice. And in that honoring universal law and free will choice, people can put their hand up and say, no, I can't do this. And in that case, then that soul influencer ejects that person and finds another suitable human to help carry out mission. Okay. It's not at all like, anyway, it's not a negative thing, but some people don't handle it as well as others. I'll just leave it at that. It's definitely a moment where your faith, your wisdom, your strength, your courage, your resolve, it all gets tested at the same time. And then of course, energy is gaining momentum. What are we talking about here today? Energy, energy, energy. So I just want to say mainly all of the energies coming in are for the greater good. All of the energies coming in are going to result in positive shifts. Those shifts may or may not be uncomfortable, because with friction and stress, you get growth. Without stress and friction and heating things up, things don't change. And Lord knows we need to change a lot, right? We got to put old Earth down their trajectory of darkness. And we're on the timeline of our highest and greatest good for New Earth, 5D. So I hope that this has been a little bit helpful and educational. I have a lot of videos about the Schumann resonance, what the normal levels are, what they've been, when it started, how it started to ramp up. Just go back through my my video profile. And then again, if you are someone who feels blocked when you try to meditate, or you feel like there's something more you can do to help facilitate the energies that are coming in, I definitely recommend just reaching out to us. My Telegram link is probably the best way. You can come into Healing Disclosures on Telegram and use that link, and then just be like, hey, I don't know what I need, but let's talk about it. I'm not a overbearing channel owner. All I do is make sure that the people that are in the groups are of the lights, which we talked about before, and not spreading a bunch of lies. So each and every post that goes in there, I verify and try to make sure that there's not a whole lot of chaos going on in the channel. But yeah, come visit us. And again, if you're a starseed, whether you knew it before this video or not, and you were like, I really resonate with everything she's saying, and I don't know who she is, but I'm drawn to her voice. That is the frequency. That's our voice velocity. We have a shared frequency with all of our crew members, all of our soul family. And so 90% of those that have found me that way. They say, I don't know how I found you. I just, all of a sudden you were a video I was watching and I just had to comment, and come to find out they're on the crew. So follow that intuition, follow that voice. That is your claircognizant kicking in, the thing that you've been told your whole life not to listen to. And let's see where it goes. So remember to ground, nice spiritual healing, keep your energy field protected, and let's continue to call in the great solar flash so that we can flip this world and start improving and elevating humanity for the greater good all over the world. Thank you for joining me on Healing Disclosures, and I'll see you next time.